How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Mentor Monday. Mentor Monday is your weekly microdose of encouragement, inspiration, and miracle grow on your potential as a coach. As we begin, we always do this. Jump inside the chat and let us know that you are here. Tell us where you're joining us from, what you're excited about, what you feel life and momentum on. I'm really excited since the last time that you saw me. I am now a half century old, which is great. I love it. I'm so full of life. I'm so excited about life. Spent last week holed up in a cabin in North Carolina up in the mountains, and it was so refreshing and just walked away so invigorated and everything else, and so excited about doing the very thing that I know that I'm called to do on the planet. There's just nothing like waking up in the morning and knowing that what you get paid to do is also what you are purposed and called to do, and that you would actually do that thing for free. That's what I've actually been about since we started Life Coach Training Institute 10 years ago, is making sure that, for coaches who step into coaching, it's a calling, it's a purpose, it's something that, well, we're going to talk about passion tonight, something that you're passionate about, something that you would absolutely do for free, even though you shouldn't do it for free. But you know what it feels like? It feels like you never work another day in your life. That's what I want for every one of you. It's my prayer for you, and that's what I think about, because there's been nothing like it. I quit working a long time ago and started doing the thing that I was called to do. And I'm so blessed and I'm so honored that I actually get paid for it as well. And I want that for you in your life. If you would do us a huge favor, like this post and share it. It tells Facebook and YouTube that we're doing a good job. Also, if you've never joined us, this is not going to be a fluffy night. I'm going to give you the slides for tonight. I'll provide a number for you to text in, be able to get the slides for tonight, because you're going to want those. You're going to want the slides. You're going to want the questions that we are going to be helping you with. But do us a huge favor, like this post and share it. That really means a lot to us, that we are trying to serve you to the best of our ability. So if you would, let me say hello to a few people. Dan, who is saying hello to us, happy to be here tonight. Sharon, who is joining us from Long Island, New York, good to see you. Deanna from Alberta, Canada. Brandon, joining from Gadsden, Alabama, excited about the certified professional coach training coming up in 2 weeks. Yes, we do. We have advanced skills training. I'm not going to talk about that tonight. That's only for people who have gotten their basic credential out of the way. And many of you haven't done that yet. But if you have, message in. Like, if you haven't gotten any information about it, message in that you have already completed your credential and you want more information. Just say more information on CPC. Put that in the chat, and we'll make sure that you get it. Um, Lisa saying hello. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Lisa is from Macon, Georgia. Keep those comments rolling in. And I'm going to keep engaging with you, but we also have a lot that we are going to be covering tonight. So I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on the front end. Lisa says, I signed up for the 1116 course. Awesome. So that's the 1 day training accelerator, which is going to be great. I'll talk about that in just a second. Anybody else like to say hello to us? If you would, jump inside the chat. Tell us where you are joining us from, and what you're excited about, where you have life and momentum on that you would like to share with us. Also, like and share this post. That tells Facebook and YouTube that we're doing a good job. And everything that we try to do is to serve our coaches to become better, better fundamentally in terms of coaching, on the skill side. But we want you to crush it as a business person. And actually, the last 6 weeks, this is the 7th week in this series, new series. I've talked about niches before, but this is actually the latest version of the series that we are doing right now, on on choosing a coaching niche. We also need to say hello to. Um, Dan says, I'm excited to be enrolled in Masters Academy. Awesome. That's our advanced training for transformational Christian coaching. Let me jump in and tell you what's getting ready to come. We're about to jump into our session for tonight, but let me tell you what's going on, what's coming up, so that you can be prepared and you can get enrolled. Our 1 day life coach certification training accelerator is coming up Saturday, November 16th. Now, this is perfect for those of you who are extraordinarily busy and The weekend, you just can't give a weekend away to a boot camp. And some of you who have, you're not going to get things done if you're in the self-paced program. You know that you're not going to join us on a Tuesday night and go through that process. If you want a one and done to knock all of your training out of the way, this is the way to go. This is why we created it, because I know that really almost all of our coaches who are coming in are making a major career shift, and most of you are working full time. Some of you have children. You have a lot of different things going on. It's why we created this program. And the difference in One Day Accelerator and all of our other programs, because really all of our programs are accelerated to help you get done. And it doesn't mean that we squelch the quality or any of those other kinds of things. I talk really, really fast. And so what I'm able to do in accelerated training is to get you done in a short period of time what might have taken months to get done in another program. And I'm pretty confident in that because, well, I was teaching people how to teach online before I went into coaching. So I was already really good in teaching in higher education and showing people how to do this. And, I'm not too shabby as far as a trainer is concerned. But here's what's actually coming up for One Day Accelerator. It's only $195. And what your enrollment includes is the full 12-hour Saturday training. It's 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific time. That is 9 to 9 Central. It's 10 to 10 Eastern time. And what we've done is simu-live curated training. What we did is that we took our training, we cut there was any fluff in it, we cut it down to just the meat, all of the good stuff. And we're not doing all of the live portions. What we'll do is we'll do a session, give you a 15-minute break, another session, 15-minute break, another session, and you knock all of your training out of the way. You still have to turn in your assignments at the end of the day and take the exam, but you've completed all of your training. Now, what you also get is the same thing that you get in all of our programs, which is brandable templates, including coaching agreements and the client welcome pack. We've created that in Canva. It's fully editable to put your own branding and to put your own spin on it. You also get a coaching tool starter kit. You're going to get a ton of question samples. You're going to earn your life coach certification. Yes, you will get a certificate, and you'll also get access to bonus live Tuesday training. So just because Saturday is over with doesn't mean that you're done with us and we're done with you. Tuesday nights, I always go live with Tuesday night training. We go through each one of the sessions, the 7 core sessions of the training, and we have a live Q&A. And there's also coaches who are part of that training as well that you can connect with. Now, here's the other thing. 7 powerful sessions. What are they? There are 7 core sessions that we have in all of our programs. Foundations of coaching, the anatomy of a dynamic coaching session, how to help your clients get extraordinary results, how to listen on a transformational level. There's 2 sessions on that. How to ask powerful questions, how to establish a growing coaching practice. And of course, this includes live Tuesday night coach training. The cost is a $3,500 value, but you're only paying $195. And this is a great opportunity, again, for you to be one and done, get it all done in a day. Now, for those of you who have your basic credential out of the way, now you can bundle it, but this is another advanced skills training that I want to show you, because some of you are here and you want to be faith-based coaches, specifically Christian coaches. Well, this program that we launched earlier in the year is called Masters Academy. It's a certified professional Christian coach certification. It's starting Thursday, November 14th. How are we doing this? Well, we run it on Thursday nights. It's 6 weekly live sessions. Included not only in those sessions, and the sessions run a little bit long, they're 2 to 2.5 hours each week. What I have put together in this is really what my legacy in coaching really will be. It's the only model of its kind. It's the IIPP transformational Christian coaching model. There is nothing like it in the coaching industry because it is a spirit-led coaching model. It's not just coaching people to set goals and all of that other stuff. It is literally learning to be spiritually intuitive, to be able to listen on a couple of different levels as you are processing with a client. And not only that, but we load you up with tools. What we do as we teach you through the model in the core pillars. The 4 pillars are intimacy with God, identity in Christ, the promises of God, as well as purpose and calling. You're going to get 60 plus pages of tools and questions that are a part of this. What we do each week is that we introduce you to a tool, we show you how to utilize it because we model it, and then you're going to work inside of the coach community each week to knock out an assignment related to the tool, and you'll help other people do it as well. What I always hear every time that we do these is that coaches who join thought they were just joining to help other people transform their lives, but they ended up being transformed themselves. Not only that, but they our coaches are also reporting that they're seeing such breakthrough with their clients that stuff that would have taken years or may have never happened in someone's life is happening in a short period of time. That's what this model is really all about. Now, the value of this program is around $4,500. The cost is only $395 if you already have your basic credential out of the way. And so you can get enrolled for that. For both programs, there is a link inside of the description of this video. And you can click over there and you can get enrolled. But you know what we got to do? We got to jump into tonight's content. So let me tell you guys how to get the slides right now. Go on your phone, 833-258-7547. Text the word slides to that number. And what you're going to get is you're going to get a link to the page. At the bottom of the page, you'll be able to download the slides for tonight that include all the questions that we're going to be giving you to help you really get clear on your niche, and specifically your niche with regard to passion. This is week 7. And each week, what we have done is that we've looked at a different area to help you decide, hone in, and wrap your coaching niche in. And what I said weeks ago is that everybody really should choose a coaching niche, not be a generalist life coach. Generalist life coach, I made a great argument for it weeks ago, but it's like having a business with no sign over it. So no one knows what you do, no one knows who you help, and no one knows what problems that you help people solve. So that's why you want to choose a niche. You don't want to be a jack of all life coaches. Now, when we started in that first week, what I've done each week is to show you a different area to look, and we've given you tools and questions to be able to ask. This week, we are talking about passion. Now, here's the thing about passion. In more recent years, we've had some smarty pants who keep getting up and saying, "Oh, I'm so tired of people talking about go after your passion in life. Somebody needs to talk to you about don't go after your passion," and all, like it's a negative thing. And here's the thing is I'm going to make a great argument tonight because I've been going after my passion and I know other people who have as well, and you absolutely can get paid to do your passion. Because passion is connected to something. You know what your passion is connected to all the time? Your passion is connected to your purpose. That's what it is. It's always connected to your purpose. It's like an arrow, and it points you to what you're here on the planet to do. And it's really critical to have passion because passion is not just some buzzword like people like to try to act like it is. It's not just about doing what you love. Yes, we are getting to do what we love. I believe that that's incredibly important, but your passion is the very thing required to make the niche that you are choosing sustainable. If what you are doing is not in your passion, you probably won't be doing it for very long. It is a key to staying sustainable in your business, to wake up in the morning. If you want to have a job that you do not want to get out of bed for, then all you got to do is pick a job that you don't have any passion for. And many of us have worked those things. That's actually why you're trying to make a shift, because you'd like to actually just bounce out of bed. You'd actually, that there's some nights still to this day that I have a hard time going to sleep at night because I'm so excited about what happened during the day and what's getting ready to happen in the morning. That's a life worth living. And I believe that everybody deserves to have that life. Now, there's some choices that you've got to make, maybe some scary choices, because some of you have been procrastinating and putting off becoming a coach for a really long time because the chicken line looks really big and it looks really dangerous. Well, you're making a sacrifice. You're going to sacrifice to take the step across the chicken line, or you're going to sacrifice your passion and continue to be miserable in the life that you're living and wondering if there really could have been more than what you're living right now. And I happen to believe that passion's really important. Here's the other thing that I would say: passion fuels you. A coaching niche powered by genuine passion has the energy to go the distance and do it with no burnout and no faking it. I gave up being burnout a really, really long time ago. And I don't have to fake it. Like I know, and here's the thing that I know specifically in working with coaches. Do you ever see me here on a Monday night dragging butt, not excited? It is impossible now for me not to be excited talking about what we're talking about because it's what I'm made to do and it's what I'm on the planet to do. Now, there are other things that people bring up to me, want to talk about and stuff like that, and I don't have any interest. And you know what? That energy level, Paul Dabdu, is a very different kind of person. Talk about stuff that I don't really care about, stuff that's not changing the world or whatever. I'm just going to sit over there and maybe I'll even get on my phone and start playing Yahtzee or something like that. I don't know. But this Paul, who gets to be in what I do, gets to live in my purpose, gets to live in the lane. You don't have to talk me into, I don't have to look into a mirror and motivate myself on a Monday. And one of the things that brings coaches back and clients back to me is that they know that I am going to be probably more excited about their life and their step than they are themselves. And what happens in that? Well, not only does it give you energy to go the distance, but when you are fired up about your niche, it's actually contagious. Clients can feel it, and that kind of enthusiasm, it's magnetic. Life Coach Training Institute. I was never had an intention to just build a brand around me, but I'm pretty inseparable from the brand, as you guys will be around what you do and what you are excited about. And if you don't get crazy and you are not crazy about the people that you work with and everything that your coaching's helping people to get a solution for, people are not going to work with you because they're looking for somebody who has excitement and is fired up about them and their life and their problem and everything else. People are coming to you, they got problems. They might not be very excited in their life. It's going to change the dynamic and it's going to change everything when they get into the atmosphere with you. And you're like, I'm so excited about talking about your problem because nobody else wants to talk to them about their problem, but you do. So Monday nights, you guys get to see it. I'm always on fire. I'm always burning because I know that there is a direct correlation with what we do when we show up, lives change. And that's my purpose in calling is all about transformation and life change. It's not really to be a coach. That's just the vehicle. That just happens to be our vehicle of choice to be able to do what it is that we do. And as a result, Life Coach Training Institute's the largest life coach training program in North America. It's why we've grown so much. It's why people are attracted. I know if I just showed up and I was just like, hey guys, like if I showed up in that form, I couldn't imagine that any of you would have stepped across the chicken line to do anything, least of all with us. Maybe somewhere else, but not with us. Here's another thing that I'll say: people respond to authentic energy, not fake stuff. You ever see people who are online and they don't really believe what it is that they're saying? They don't really believe in themselves. They don't really believe in what they're doing. And there's something in you that I would say on a gut level. Coaches, we teach about intuition, and your intuition kind of goes off, and you're just kind of like, yeah, this person's not legit. This person doesn't really believe it. They're a little bit hypey, and they're trying to prove to me that they're more excited about what it is they're talking about than what they really are. But authentic energy, authentic life, an authentic burning up coach, people are drawn to those people. Coaches who live and they breathe what they do. Passion does something. I always tell our coaches, you have got to build rapport. Your job when you start out, I watch coaches who have no clue what they're doing in marketing all the time. They're just posting stuff like posting memes and posting encouraging quotes and talking about all kinds of different things. You've got to nurture a relationship with people. We're in a relational business. And a really big part of that is your passion, because you've got to, for a client to come into a relationship with you, they have to get to a certain degree of readiness and come to an emotional threshold where they're ready to cross that threshold and actually do something. But on the other side, on the coach's side, as it relates to you, they have to trust you, they have to like you, and they have to see a certain level of expertise in you before they'll choose to work with you. They might get ready, but they haven't bought into you because you haven't nurtured a relationship with them. And when they see passion, that is one of those things that the rapport factor goes up big time, because when they see you excited, full of life, full commitment, and not afraid to show people that you are absolutely crazy about them and what it is that they are going after in their life, it does something. It builds trust and they feel connected. See, even tonight, like, I'm in a studio right now in California, and we've got people here from New York, we've got people here from Canada, we have people here from Alabama. Those are just some of the places that I know off the top of my head. And here's something that's happening over here. In this atmosphere, I feel things shifting. I feel excitement. I feel life. I feel an energy that's around. And here's the thing, you can bring that even over a YouTube. You can bring it over a Facebook. You can bring it over your Zoom. You can bring it over anything if it's truly who you are. Now, if it's not truly who you are, you're going to have a hard time getting that to go out there. But authentic energy, people actually respond to it. Here's the last thing, is that people with passion are able to go the long haul, because the more you love what you do, the more resilient and committed you'll be. People without passion do not stay in the game. I'm going to tell you that anytime you do anything new, there's going to be some challenges. There's going to be some barriers. There are going to be setbacks. It just is what it is, right? Now, I have had tough days being married. I mean, we've been married for almost half of my life. It's a crazy thought. Half my life I've been married. There's been a couple of days that were kind of tough around along the way. As a parent, there's been a couple of days here and there with each one of my kids that were really, really tough. But you know what never happened? What never happened is that I never like broke down and said, I cannot do this. I'm never going to. You know what it was? My passion kicks in. And you know what passion does? Passion takes over and helps you on the tough days when there are setbacks and when the wheels come off, is that it makes you more resilient and it makes you more committed. I'm passionate about my family. I'm passionate about my kids and my wife and everything else. And I'm thankful that I get to work in a business that I'm passionate about. Because even in business, there can be ups and downs. There can be days that kind of scratch your head, where you scratch your head or whatever. But you know what? There's never been a day for any of those things, whether it be with my kids, whether it be my wife, with what I do in my business. There's never been a day that I wanted to quit. There really wasn't. And but before, when I had a previous career and I wasn't passionate about it, there were plenty of days when I wanted to quit. And ultimately, I did quit. And I hope that for you as well. So let me show you this. As the weeks have progressed, we've looked at each one of these areas. We've looked at story, we've looked at people, we've looked at skills, and we've looked at knowledge, and we've looked at problems. And as you see all these things, what I want to help you understand is that what I told you some weeks ago is that problems equal money. It doesn't matter what it is that you're wanting to coach and what it is that you're wanting to do. You have to choose a niche that actually has a problem related to it. If there is no problem, you can't sell them anything. Problems equal money. People would rather solve a problem. People would rather get out of pain than to pursue pleasure. So live your best life is not a problem. That's why you can't sell it. It's intangible. Problems make it tangible. We want problems, as I said some weeks ago, that people are thinking about every day. You're not having to educate them on their problem. They wake up in the middle of the night. They may go to bed, maybe keeping them up at night. It might wake them up in the morning. It might be bothering them and just they're aware of it during the day. Those problems are really high value and people want to solve those. If you don't have a problem, then there's no reason for someone to work with a coach. There's plenty of coaches who are trying to do that, and that's why they're not getting clients. You got to have a problem. That's why, as I put this thing together, what you see each week, we've talked about this. We talked about last week your story, your life story, those experiences. We talked about skills that you have. We talked about people. We talked about knowledge. So, the people that you're most passionate about, who are the people you're called to? What knowledge do you have that you've probably taken for granted? And as we looked at all of these things, really what we did is inside right here, right there where that little red circle is. I'll change the color since I've kind of used red. But if you look at this little circle right here, see where everything kind of comes together? That's really where your niche is going to be. The niche is going to be in this spot and right here. That's where it's all going to come together. Now, here's the interesting thing about the niche, though. You see where it says problems? See, problems is a really big circle. Everything, how everything comes together, problem is a big priority. So we need to make sure there's a problem. But do you see passion? It's that really big rose colored red over everything else. It means that you are crazy, that you are passionate, that you are full of life, that you are determined, that you burn for a problem that affects a people, that involves the knowledge that you carry, that involves the skills that you bring to the table, and also that your story is locked in. See, the important thing is that if you're going to pick a people you're not crazy about, you're not going to go the long haul. If you don't pick something that you're passionate about in terms of knowledge, you're going to get bored some days and you're not going to want to talk about it very much. If it's not in the skill set, then you're going to be trying to write with your left hand, even though you're right hand dominant. If it has nothing to do with your story and nothing that's to do with a lived experience, you're going to have a hard time showing up. You're going to have a hard time showing up feeling authentic and real and all of those other kinds of things. See, passion's critical because this is why you stay in the game. This is what wakes you up in the morning. No one has to, wake you up in the morning and shake you and say, "Hey, you're a coach for moms who have toddlers and you need to wake up and have some coffee and get your day started." No one has to do that for me, and no one will have to do that for you if you choose in something that is in your passion wheelhouse. Passion and problems are huge keys to all of these things. This cannot be over there. This has to be exactly like this to bring it in sync. And this is how you hone everything in. Loving your life and getting paid the big bucks to help people. Now, let me give you the questions. 10 questions to help you discover your niche. Oh, I should have fixed that. Your niche in your passion. Forgive me. I hate when I do typos, but you know what? This humanizes us because I had to like put all my stuff together and I'm like, man, but you know what? Maybe what I'll do is I'll edit this later, not the video, because we're not going to go through all of that trouble. But let's pretend that it says passion instead of story. And what we'll do, we'll update the document that's on the website or whatever. So 10 questions to help you discover your niche in your passion. Here's question number one. Question number one is, what challenge do you feel personally driven? That's your key word right there. You are personally driven to help people solve because you know it could improve their lives. Think about that. What challenge do you feel personally driven to help people solve because you know it could improve their lives? Here's question number two. Question number two is, what's an issue people struggle with? Again, we're talking about a problem. What's a problem? What's an issue people struggle with that you find yourself rooting for them to overcome. One of the things that you always see when you are cheering people on, look at the sports that people are passionate about. Look at the teams that they are passionate about. Look at the kinds of people that we are passionate about. And that's a really good indicator that you're in the wheelhouse of the people that you should be working with and the kind of problem that they're solving. When you come to life because you see them getting breakthrough, you see this opportunity for them, well, that's a really good indicator that you're now in the passion zone. What's a recurring frustration you notice? And why is this important? Recurring frustration every day, ongoing frustration that you notice in others that you'd love to make easier or more manageable. Let's keep going. What specific obstacles have you overcome? See how we're involving the story again? See, we're kind of hitting some of those high points that we talked about and kind of bringing them together. Hint, hint, that's how we're doing it. What specific obstacles have you overcome that you feel excited to guide other people through? Think about that one. All right, here's another one. What personal lesson or experience? Here we go. We're still talking about story. We're talking about knowledge. We're talking about your learnings. What personal lesson or experience are you excited to pass on to those facing similar challenges? And see, we have a problem that also connects with your story and your knowledge and your passion. Here's another question. Which of your abilities or strengths, see, we're talking about skills, right? Which of your abilities or strengths do you feel especially passionate about using to help other people achieve success? It's a great one, isn't it? See again how we're dialing all of these things in. Now, what recurring problem do people have that you're deeply passionate about shifting or changing? Again, what are we talking about? We're talking about a problem and a deep desire, a deep sense to help people get change or get breakthrough in that problem. And what experience, again, we're talking about experience, we're talking about your life story. What experience has given you unique insight that you feel energized? That's a key word right there because it's got to bring you to life. Not just, we don't want to just work with people with high quality problems. We need to deal with problems that we're excited about when we hear them. Oh, you got one of those kinds of problems, and it actually does something to you. It actually brings you to life, it brings you energy. And if it's a problem that demotivates you, if it's a problem that exhausts you, then you need to stay away from those problems because you won't be able to stay in the game. You won't be able to bounce back from the big disappointments that the client might experience from time to time. You might not be able to stay in the game, especially if every time you come home and you're working with people and you're seeing them fail, or they really brought your energy down and now you got to go home to your husband or to your kids and you've got no energy for them. Listen, coaching is never supposed to be a buzzkill. Coaching's always supposed to be bringing you life. That's a distinguishing mark between coaching and counseling and therapy. We're not trying to do therapy. Yeah, we're dealing with people's problems, but we are not doing counseling and therapy. What challenge could you help people conquer that would give about you as a coach, but as you are helping people, there should be satisfaction when you see them succeed. And here's the last question. What lessons or turning points in your own life do you feel compelled to share, knowing it could help someone else thrive? Again, we're back to story again and how your story connects with other people. That's what makes you credible. That's what brings people in. And this is also how we dial everything in passion with all the things that we've talked about over the last several weeks. Now, if you want the slides for tonight, you need to text the word slides to 833 258 7547. Text the word slides to 833 258 7547. Now, let me pay the bills before we get out of here. Wait, did I have another one? Oh, there is one more. I'm giving you a bonus question here. I did. Look at that. I'm bringing us to people. Look at this. This one's just for people. Who are the people you feel a natural connection to? Those who share values, experiences, or interests that drive your passion. How do you like that? I think that might be question number 11. All right, let's pay the bills. The one day accelerator. You procrastinators out there, I've taken your excuse away. You people who are putting off things all the time, you don't have time or whatever, you can give me a Saturday. You can give me 12 hours of your life to be a game changer, to be a warrior, to be a champion, and to step in. Like, I shouldn't have to talk people into stepping into their calling and purpose. But if I'm having to do that, if you've Googled this more than one time, you're procrastinating on the thing that you are made to do. And not only have we set up a schedule for you to make this happen, we've also made it as affordable as it possibly can be. It's only $195. Let's get your training knocked out and let's get on to doing this. Listen, another year is passing by. We're almost in 2025. We're virtually there. And if you get trained and certified this month, then you can get going for January easily and start taking clients, and really an extraordinary month to be able to get clients. Like, November is a great month to get clients. December is an extraordinary month to get clients. January, through the roof, easy. You don't even have to talk people into it because they're wanting to change their life. Well, the link to this program is in the description of the video right now, but it's Saturday, November 16th. We're going to go 12 hours. What we do is that we run this live over Zoom. What I did is I took our training, I boiled it down as much as I could boil it down. We have 15-minute breaks in between the seven sessions of the day. The cost is only $195. What are we doing is that we've boiled everything down. We don't do Q&As. We don't do a live element. It's all simulive. So we've boiled everything down so that you can start at 7 in the morning Pacific. That's 9 a.m. Central. That is 10 a.m. Eastern. You'll go through session 1, 15-minute break. Session 2, 15-minute break. You will be in the room with a live group of people, coaches that are represented globally around the world. When you finish the day, then you just turn in your assignments and take the exam, and you're done. You're certified. Now, what's included? It's a full 12-hour Saturday training. You're also going to get a bunch of bonuses like brandable templates, including coaching agreements and a client welcome pack. If you don't have that, you have to go through buying that or trying to create it yourself. We take all the guesswork away so that you can get started. You also are going to include a coaching tool starter kit. You're going to walk away with about 20 tools from the training, another 5 that are part of this coaching tool starter kit. And you're also going to walk away with a bunch of question samples as well. You're going to earn your life coach certification. You're going to get your certificate, but you're also going to get invited to Live Tuesday training. So where I always go live, I connect with our students. You can ask your questions. That way you're not on your own. You'll get invited to Live Tuesday night training. Some weeks we only have role playing so that our coaches are able to practice and get feedback. But you're going to get invited every Tuesday. We are live, and those are optional. But we want you to stay connected, and we want you to have the support that you need. The 7 sessions that we cover are foundations of coaching. It's the anatomy of a dynamic coaching session, how to help your clients get extraordinary results, where we talk about goal setting, all of those kinds of things, and accountability, how to listen on a transformational level, how to ask powerful questions, how to establish a growing coaching practice. That session right there alone is worth thousands of dollars because I show you how to build your practice so that you can create wealth, that you can help as many people as possible, while at the same time that you stay within your own personal capacity and not burn out. And so what I put together in that, really, I wish I would have been shown that when I started out as a coach. because it's not about what is the going rate. I show you how to do it and create multiple streams of income as a coach. Again, you'll get invited to live Tuesday night coach training. The value again is $3,500. The cost is only $195. And again, that is available for everyone. Now, for those of you who already have your basic credential out of the way, and one of the tracks for advanced credential is our Master's Academy Christian Life Coach certification. Some of you have been stepped in and you wanted to be a faith-based coach. You didn't really know how. This is my legacy in coaching over the last really 25 years as I've been helping people get breakthrough and get transformation. I feel like this is my gift to the coaching world because there is not a model that's like it. I've looked at a lot of different models. I've learned from some of the best that are out there. But what I believe that I have here is the only truly spirit-led, spiritually intuitive coaching model that is out there, and it's the IIPP transformational coaching model. And what I do is I walk you through the pillars of this model, and we give you and I teach you. So we have lecture for 6 weeks. We have 6 weeks of lecture. It's about 2.5 hours on Thursday nights. We also do demos of each one of the tools, and then you'll go back during the week and you'll partner up with other coaches who are part of the program, and you will practice the tool. Again, what I said earlier is that the breakthrough that people are seeing for their clients is happening like this because it's really being able to listen on a couple of different levels. I wasn't taught that as a coach. I was taught to kind of be intuitive and to try to and to basically use a humanistic model that really cannot apply to someone spiritually. We're three-dimensional beings. And so that means that we need to have a different kind of a model to be able to deal with all of those parts. Because we're not just a mind. You know that? We're not just a thinking. We're not just a belief system. We have a lot of other parts. And so it's really being able to coach the entire being, but also do it with a spirit-led model. What's also what we're going to be doing each week is that we'll have 6 live sessions. You're also going to have access to all the replays of those sessions. You're also going to be part of the Christian coaching community that works together as you're going through each week. You'll meet some amazing, great friends through that. You're also going to earn an advanced CPC certification, and you're also going to get the spirit-led transformational coaching tools. There's over 60 pages of tools and questions. What we're going to do is you're going to learn how to use these tools, and we're going to demo them as you go along. And those are what your assignments are going to be as you're going through the program. 6 weeks, and you're done. You'll also continue to have access to the replays. You'll also have continued access to the community, and you'll also have continued access to audit future Masters Academy. And here's the other thing is that we also have a facilitator's license that you are eligible to get into so that you can coach and train your own coaches. The cost is only $395. It's an absolute steal. And with all of our programs, we do have payment plan options that are there as well. For the one-day course, who do we contact if we are unclear about the assignment questions? Do we ask those questions on Tuesday? You can ask them live on Tuesday of me, or you can email our team because our team is available about 24/7 for you to be able to get access. And so we got a great team that works on the assignments and everything else. So you've got more than enough support as far as that's concerned. Awesome. Well, listen, everybody, we are going to call this to an end, and I'm going to get tonight's session into the replay. And you know what I'm probably going to do? Probably going to fix those slides so that they don't have like the wrong wording on them or something like that. But listen, I appreciate you guys all immensely. You can get enrolled for One Day Accelerator or Masters Academy using the link that is inside the description of this video. Listen, I appreciate you guys all immensely. Have a great rest of your week, and